31 Days of Horror Movies, Day 1, Hell House LLC. Yeah, it's my first time seeing this movie. I know, it came out in 2015, so it's like 10 years old almost. Can you believe that 2015 is 10 years old? I watched it through my AMC Plus subscription on Prime, but it's also free on Tubi, and you could also have a Shudder subscription. It's also free on Spectrum. So there's many opportunities to watch this movie. To share my experience with this movie, I thought it would be appropriate to have a scary Halloween decoration. They're from my yard, but why not be part of this? I haven't named them yet, though. What do you think? Maybe you all can name them down in the comments. I still hasn't come to me yet. How to watch Hell House LLC. Now, I watched it alone because I'm cool with watching alone, but maybe you have a buddy with you or a loved one or maybe a dog. My dog, Captain, is a scaredy cat and walks out of the room when he hears the horror start to happen. So, but maybe watch with somebody if that will probably be a more fun and enriching experience. And if you jump scare easily, maybe a blanket to hide. That's your thing. I'm a more cover my ears person and watch, but maybe a blanket would be helpful. Another suggestion is maybe no Halloween decorations around you as you watch this movie, or maybe after it for a while. I'm not going to give away too much. Aaron's day one tip: do not watch horror movie trailers ever. They just give away pretty much the whole movie. They're going to show you so many of the scares, so many of the things. So you might be like, wait, if I don't watch a trailer, how do I know if this is going to be good or not? I also read a synopsis about it. So maybe it's a synopsis. You read a synopsis of the movie and then make your judgment. I did look up some Rotten Tomato scores. I think that can be helpful without reading the reviews. It's just a generality. But maybe also just watch this video. This will be a spoiler-free video to help you out. All right, here's my 1-minute summary. I'm allowed to summarize the film so people can understand what the film's about, but I can only do it in 1 minute. So it's gonna be really quick because I can be long-winded. So I'm forcing myself just to say the generalities about it without spoiling the movie for you or giving too much away. Let's see how I do. Hell House LLC. Timer starts now. Okay, so it's about a bunch of friends who get together and have a business that like opens up haunted houses everywhere, and they decide to open it up in this bed and bath. This bed and breakfast hotel, essentially, and it's an old rundown. They don't know that there was kind of like this satanic cult there that killed themselves there, and they decided to open up this haunted house. And throughout it, there's a whole bunch of hijinks. There's a lot of scary moments that happen. It's already a haunted house. Oh, I got 30 seconds. I'm doing great. It's already a haunted house, so they don't know that, but they're also trying to create a haunted house within it. So there's haunted house decorations that are already scary on themselves, and then the ghosts or whatever start to like mess with all those decorations. And there's a basement that is haunted, and it's all found footage, so it's all shaky camera if that's not your thing. But also in the basement, there's something went down. People are die when they go to the haunted house. It's a really fun movie. And 3, 2, 1. I did it. I think I summarized that pretty well. Ugh. So that was my 1-minute summary, and here's my 1 minute of just my own personal thoughts without giving away too much for you. And Hell House LLC, Erroneous Thoughts starts now. So I liked this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. I love horror movies that have fun with the scares, and because they're setting up a haunted house, the creatures themselves can be very scary. And then there's hijinks that happens within it that's really scary. I found footage is fine with me, but if you're not a found footage person who does like shaky cameras, maybe it's not for you. There's nothing really deep about this film. It is like kind of documentary style. So there's a bunch of people die at the beginning in the haunted house, so we know that, and then it goes back in time at a documentary style to find out what exactly happened in this hell house. But yeah, it's a fun, scary movie. I think that it's not deep, doesn't have anything like a bigger message. It's just for fun, and I think that's a great thing, especially for Halloween. Yeah, those are my thoughts on Hell House LLC. 1-0. Oh goodness. So this is my portion of where I just share my experience, not my thoughts necessarily, but like my experience watching the movie and my experience after watching the movie. my experience, I watched it alone, like I said, and I'm fine with watching things alone. But this would have been a movie. I wish it got a bigger release than it did. I think this would be a really fun movie to watch with a bunch of people having like some jump scares in there, but there's also some creepy moments. A lot of times I'm like, no, don't go in there. What are you doing? Stop that. And you want to scream at them. And so I think that would be really fun with a bunch of people. So I wish I kind of watched at least with another friend because I think that this movie kind of calls for that. It didn't really stick with me after like some scary movies. That's the horror I like because you're still thinking about it and it's still getting to you and still messing with your head. I did have to go to a haunted maze a few days after watching this, and I was really kind of, oh, do I want to do this now that I watched this? It really kind of messed with me in that way where now I'm second guessing what haunted houses are and what's going on in them. Overall, it was just a good time, good scare. Now, did it stick the landing? What that means to me is, did it stick the ending? That thing that's a really hard thing with horror. I think that we have like kind of expectations when we're watching a horror film or what we want it to go. We have our own ideas and we want to like solve whatever, even if it's not that big of a mystery, the mystery of it. So then the ending, no matter what, it probably disappoints most of us. Did it stick its ending for me? I can't say yes or no. I don't think it's a yes or no question. I think I can give it like a rating, right? So 5 would be like, yeah, give you total 5. You stuck that landing. And then 1, not for me. You didn't stick that landing. No. And that would give this, without spoilers, a 3.5. I have some opinions about that. I think that it goes. There could have been a different way to end it, I think, and I don't think it needed to end the way it did. But the ending's not bad. So 3.5. I might take that 0.5 off. I'll keep it. I said it. It's in. Here is Aaron's category, where I give my own little fun spin on what category I'd put this in to help you, the viewer, watch. Horror is subjective, right? Art is subjective. What scares us is so personal to us, and what entertains us is so personal to us. And I love that. I think it's really hard to categorize art, but especially horror, because it's so broad, that genre. And I think it also kind of minimalizes the art within horror. So I think it's going to be more fun to categorize these in a fun way that's not about categorizing the art, but categorizing it for you, the viewer. Who should be watching this movie? Here's how I'm going to categorize. I think I'm going to give this, it is spooky. Yeah, it's spooky. And I think it's fun. And it's a lot of fun if you enjoy spooky. And it's jump scare, right? So it's a jump, not all of it, but there's jump scares. So I think it's a spooky, fun jump of a time for you. And I would also classify this. I think this is a good first scare. Yeah. So if this is like your first time and you're not really big into horror, and I think you could watch this with someone who's not really into horror or being scared. And it's also a great time for me, someone like me, or someone like that loves horror movies as much as I do. Spooky fun jump. That's who it's made for. Would I take another stab again? Meaning, would I see it again? Yeah, I would definitely take a stab at it again. I'll probably watch it next Halloween season. It's definitely one to go back and watch because it's just fun. It's a good time. Yeah. It's not a horror that stuck with me or like haunted me, but when someone brings up Hell House LLC, I'll definitely have a smile on my face. Go, oh man, you should see that. It was good. Good time. Yeah, I would stab it again. So that's it. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Y'all, I know it's not a ghost or anything, but that was great timing. Good timing. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the movie, or again, what you think about horror in general. And if you have like a recommendation, if of a film that's kind of like this, or if there's ones that you'd like me to watch, go ahead, comment below in the comments. I'd really love to hear. Happy Halloween.